Welcome everybody to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk about the IRS's use of private debt collection agencies. This is a fairly new thing that's been going on probably in the last 5 years or so. They've really turned it up. It started in 2015 with the FAST Act, and what the FAST Act said is the IRS, for the first time ever, can employ private debt collection agencies to be able to collect on the IRS's behalf. And so what that means is the IRS basically hires these private debt collection agencies to be able to collect money from taxpayers. Now, not everybody that owes money to the IRS is going to go to these private debt collection agencies. There's specific criteria. If the IRS has been trying to get you to pay for over a year, or you haven't corresponded with them, or you're in a situation where there's nothing going on with you and you don't have an ability to pay, then the IRS may get aggressive and send your account to that private debt collection agency. They only use a few of these agencies and they vet them pretty well, but ultimately they are private debt collection agencies. So they will send you letters, they will call you, they will push you to make payments. Now, one thing that we have to understand is there's a lot of scammers out there. So that's probably the biggest problem with the IRS using debt collection agencies, is that there's so many scammers out there that can say they're calling on behalf of the IRS or these agencies and scam people out of giving them money. So you really have to be aware. Right now there's only 3 agencies that are contracted with the IRS. They are CBE, which is the biggest one. There's also Coast Professional, which is the newest one, and Conserve, which is also one of the older ones that they've used. So those 3 agencies can collect on the IRS's behalf. But one major distinction between these agencies and the IRS is these collection agencies cannot levy, meaning the agencies themselves cannot go into your bank accounts or garnish you or anything. So they can ask you for payment, they can set up a payment, but really there's a lot of bark with no bite. Usually what we do in our office is we let it sit there with the private debt collection agency until the case is ripe and we're ready to work the case. Then we contact the agency and say, hey, we are representing this client. We don't want you to work this case. Send the case back to the IRS. Then once it's back to the IRS, that's when we fight the IRS and get the great results that we get for our clients, whether it's a offer and compromise settlement or a really low payment plan. We'll negotiate that directly with the IRS. We don't negotiate with these private debt collection agencies. That's not their job. Their job is simply to collect. And when we're ready to fight, we send the case back to the IRS and fight. So if you do get a letter from these places, it is legit, especially if those 3 places that I mentioned earlier, CBE, Coast Professional, or Conserve. If you do get a letter from them, you can contact our office or contact a tax attorney to help with that. But just understand that if you want to get a settlement or a low payment plan or something really formal, they can't set that up. The case has to be transferred to the IRS. So regardless, if you do get letters from them, that means you have a problem, and it definitely should be dealt with. If you guys want more information on this, we have blogs and FAQs on our website, victorytaxlaw.com. You guys can get a lot more information there as well. Thank you.